This is way more than just a cardiac catheterization suite. This is a comprehensive cardiovascular unit.
They can get the best available treatment in this country right where they are living.
It's not only a state-of-the-art cath lab, it's going to be an all-inclusive comprehensive cath lab.
This is just one other component where we're taking our services to another level.
Finally, we come to Broward Health Imperial Point on North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale. After having a bad experience with Fort Lauderdale Behavioral Health, I brought my mother to Imperial Point, and they actually managed to be the absolute worst place to bring someone with a mental illness. Super unprofessional and medical malpractice / medical neglect is going on at this facility. They do not care for their patients at all. There is no correspondence, no following up, no checking in. Not even discharge documentation or steps for the patient for life after treatment. And I guess that is because they don't even give some kind of treatment to their patients. They do not let you know what is going on or answer any of my phone calls. When I try to get something resolved in regarding a patient, my own mother, they just throw blame at each other. Not only do they not take their mental health patients seriously, but they also discharge their patients before they are ready and just abandon them patients anywhere. The first time they discharged my mother, they just dropped her off at the front door without any keys or phone. I went to her house to check on her and she was missing. The second time that they discharged her, they didn't even call me, even though they have in past, and I am the emergency contact, nor did they call any family members to let us know she was discharged. One of the social workers, Shannon, is the only person I was able to talk to this whole time, and she was extremely rude, lied, and did not help my mother like she and the others at the facility were supposed to. This place is disgusting, they don't even deserve 1 star, and they will be served for their crimes because this cannot be okay or legal. A year ago. Staff is completely overworked. The nurses are expected to do everything. Management is focused on what looks good on paper. Nursing assistants are few in number on the floors in order to save money. This hospital needs more nursing assistants so that nurses can do their jobs. They should cut their management staff and put that money towards nursing assistants. The reason the patients are not satisfied is because the people who actually take care of them are being overwhelmed by the demands management is putting on them.
Imperial Point is a small community hospital. Most of us have been here a long time. Some employees at Imperial Point have been here since the day Imperial Point opened its doors. Imperial Point is very strong in same-day surgery. We're also very strong through our interventional lab in radiology. We have a new team that has just arrived at Imperial Point. They have a tremendous amount of experience and they bring all new types of procedures to the hospital that we've never performed before.
I've been at this hospital for 15 years. What sets us apart is the customer service we provide, patient satisfaction and patient safety. Positive patient outcome, and it's evidence when patients come back to me and said how satisfied they are with the care, and they're more than happy to come back for care if needed.
2 years ago, patient beware, good doctors, they sewed me up and took good care of me. This is where you need to be cautious. Upon dismissal from my visit, I was told to come back to Imperial Point to have my stitches removed. I asked at that moment, do I need to come back to ER for this? Will I be charged again $150 for the visit? I was told it would not be charged as it was a follow-up to have the stitches removed. Well, they charged me to sit at the administration desk and have a worker who was working the desk remove them for me. Fast forward a few months and I have a collection agency chasing me after no contact from the hospital nor anything in the mail. How did they run their business over there? I disputed the charge and was told that the administrators rebuked only to go to ER for emergency purposes, but that is a direct conflict of what was communicated to me. I was there and certain of what I was told, but some coward hiding behind customer service makes a decision based on our policy versus what was communicated to the patient. Just know that you may be dealing with what you may be dealing with before you go give them your business. Sorry, you've lost a customer who used to speak highly of your company. 2 years ago, if I could give this place a -5 stars, I would. As a physician, I've worked in a handful of different care settings, and I will say this place is by far the worst with regards to a value of care and value for the patient. My brother was hospitalized as an inpatient for 7 days, where we, his family, came daily during his allotted visitation time to see him. Numerous times I called to speak to a physician regarding his length of stay and why he was not being discharged. Each time I was directed to a nurse who fortunately didn't know any of the medical who unfortunately didn't know any of the medical reasons, diagnosis, or basically care at all for my brother. In the 7 days my brother was here, his family was never once called to be updated by a nurse or physician. We had one 3-minute phone call with a case manager to verify that he lived with us, and that was the only hospital-initiated conversation. To add to the spectacle, my brother was never fully sure who his doctor was, who was coming in to see him, or even at what time. Multiple times I would call at 1500 or 1600, and the nurse would tell me that my brother was yet to be seen by a physician and that there were no updates. By the time I was able to call back later in the evening, the night shift nurse had come in and knew even less of what was going on with my brother's condition. It's an unfortunate happenstance that the medical field be disgraced with the level of care this place demonstrated towards my brother. The physicians, medical staff, and management should be ashamed. As a medical professional and doctor, I would stay as far away from this institution as possible. 2 years ago, this hospital was the worst. Unfortunately, I lost my husband here, and it was due to their unprofessional and not knowing what they were doing. I do not recommend this hospital to anyone. The doctors were awful. No callbacks, no updates, no treatment plan. Even tried calling the chief nurse officer and she never returned my call back. Dr. Carrillo, Dr. Torres, Dr. Nabrizi all know what they did. Stay away from this horrible hospital. Please, if you're reading this, go to another hospital where they have doctors who care about their patients and have a treatment plan. I truly believe they killed him. They did a procedure on him that made him bleed out, and the doctors knew his body wasn't strong enough for it. This hospital is terrible and evil doctors. Have you ever been to a hospital where a doctor fires himself from the case? Something shady was going on. 2 years ago. Honestly, this hospital needs new workers ASAP. At this point, I'm disappointed. I lost 2 family members to one hospital because they couldn't think fast enough. This hospital sucks. Communication sucks. If you're sick and fighting for your life, just go to Broward General. Don't bother to waste your time.
Broward Health Imperial Point is a 204-bed hospital in Fort Lauderdale, providing high-quality, compassionate care to the community through a wide range of treatments and services. The 24/7 emergency department at Broward Health Imperial Point features a dedicated unit for the quick treatment of minor injuries and illnesses, and private suites to care for more comprehensive cases. Senior-friendly suites are available, providing wider beds with pressure-relieving mattresses and seating for caregivers to make for a more comfortable experience. The department is also a certified primary stroke and heart failure center with direct access to a specialized stroke team. Emergency behavioral health assessments and crisis intervention begin in the hospital's emergency department, a Baker Act receiving unit. In the Inpatient Behavioral Health Center, a multidisciplinary team of caregivers works together in the treatment and stabilization of emotional disorders through counseling, medications, and therapeutic activities. The Joint Replacement Center at Broward Health Imperial Point specializes in advanced joint replacement surgical options, including hip and total knee replacement. The center also offers private suites, educational resources, and integrated physical therapy to help get you back to your life. Broward Health Imperial Point has a Level 1 adult cardiovascular service program, providing a comprehensive approach to the prevention, detection, and treatment of heart disease. Cardiac services include diagnostic cardiac catheterization and percutaneous coronary interventions, led by a multidisciplinary team of cardiac specialists who can quickly create a personalized care plan for patients. Interventional cardiologists are also available to address blockages in the coronary arteries with minimally invasive, non-surgical procedures to restore blood flow to the heart. The Center for Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine has 2 hyperbaric oxygen chambers designed to treat non-healing wounds. While receiving treatment, patients can relax and watch a movie and receive care from board-certified wound care physicians and specially trained nurses and technicians. Broward Health Imperial Point offers minimally invasive robotic-assisted surgical options for a wide range of specialties, including general surgery, gynecology, urology, and more. The advanced technology is designed to provide specially trained surgeons with greater precision, flexibility, and control during complex and delicate procedures. Patients may experience a variety of benefits when compared with open surgery, including smaller incisions, less pain and scarring, and shorter recovery time. When looking for high-quality, compassionate care, you can depend on Broward Health Imperial Point.